Shalom, shalom. First off, I'd like to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Also, would like to say peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect, the Akim that's pushing his word in all sincerity and faith throughout the four corners of the earth. For the Akwat, the sisters who watch and believe, shalom to you as well. Shalom to the new believers, the new fruit. All right, coming into this truth. Just another quick lesson, and I just wanted to go into how uh, we're all gonna have to deal with our certain level of trials, because when you go into that word trial, it means to prove. So our faith is gonna have to be proven or tested in order for us to be accepted of Yahweh Shai. Okay, so Yahweh Shai is our greatest example to date of someone who endured all amount of tribulation in hell. Okay, and the servant is not greater than the master, so we're going to have to go through our own amount of suffering in hell, because the scripture says in Acts, through much tribulation we enter into the kingdom of the Most High. All right, so I'm going to just start off here with this account of Yahweh Shai, and he was dealing with his disciples. Okay, this is Matthew 20 and 20. Yeah, I'll start at Matthew 20 and 20. It says, then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her sons, worshiping him and desiring a certain thing of him. And when he said unto her, What wilt thou? She said unto him, grant thou these my two sons may sit the one on thy right hand and the other on the left in thy kingdom. But Yahweh Shai answered and said, ye know not what ye ask. Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? They say unto him, we are able. So, like the scripture says in Luke the 14th chapter, we have to count the cost, whether we have sufficient enough to finish our course, loosely paraphrasing. So that cup, it represents the tribulation, the hell, pretty much. So Yahweh Shai was basically saying, are you going to be able to suffer? Okay, because Yahweh Shai suffered in the flesh. Even though, as Yahweh Shai, he didn't commit any sin, he still had to suffer in the flesh, man. All right? And that's something that we all have to ask ourselves as we, get into our walk with Yahweh Shai. Are we able to drink that cup of hell, persecution, tribulation? Verse 23, and it says, and he said unto them, ye shall drink indeed of my cup, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. So he's basically talking about you going to indeed drink of that cup, meaning the hell, the persecution. It says, but to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father. So ultimately, you got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, okay? And as we work out our salvation, there's a trial of faith that we have to go through. Matter of fact, this is in 1 Peter 4. No, it's 1, Salaki. This is 1 Peter 1 and 6. It says, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations. It says that the trial of your faith, being much precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. All right, so in verse 6 it says, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations. So we're going to go through temptations. We're going to go through tribulation, stress, persecution to follow Yahweh Shai. Like it says in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, might as well get that. Might as well get that in the Apocrypha. Sirach, the 2nd chapter. It says, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So right off the bat, that's something that you got to know when you come to serve the Lord. You got to prepare your spirit. You got to prepare your mind to deal with temptation, which is adversity, afflictions, tribulation. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble. So we got to set your heart aright, meaning your mind, and you got to constantly endure. Endure means to make hard. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. So we're gonna be increased at the last end if our faith is made proven, if we're found acceptable of Yahweh Shah. All right. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. So sometimes you might be up, sometimes you might be down. Like the Apostle Paul say, I knew how to be abound and I know how to be abased. All right. But either way, you got to be find joy. All right. Even when you brought to a lower state. Here's the point. Verse 5, it says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So gold is a precious metal. And when you try gold in fire, that's how it's made pure. All of the dirt and different impurities within that gold, once it's brought through fire, it's proven. And that's how you can prove also the quality and value of the gold that you have, when you bring it through that fire. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So only acceptable men are going to be able to deal with the furnace of adversity, meaning that fiery trial, which is ultimately to test your faith, to prove your faith. All right? So the Lord is only dealing with acceptable men, man. Men that could take this hell. Men who are not going to give up at the first sight of things getting uncomfortable. Who can deal with the bitterness. Because we got guys, Israelites out there, they don't even want to take bitter herbs during the Passover, man. So they don't want to deal with the bitterness of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. And most likely guys like that, they're going to fall, they're going to fold up during the hour of temptation when Esau Edom tries to force us to take this chip. But going on to the next scripture, because this is all a part of the walk, man. You're going to go through hell. Because I perceive through the spirit, there's a lot of Israelites waking up, know that they're Israelites. They, everybody wants to deal with the sweet, the honey of the word. You know that you're an Israelite. You learn who the heathen nations are. All right. You know that this the self-proclaimed nation of white people, which are the Hebrew Edomites, they're the devil. All right. We learn that we're gonna have rulership and dominion over all of these other nations, man. We know that the kingdom of heaven is gonna be set up for the Israelites to be in power. All of these different things, man. You get to tap into your language, certain aspects of the Hebrew culture, but then the bitterness of the word is in the fact that you actually have to apply this walk to your life. We're basically condemning the kingdom that we're in. All right. Essentially, the message that we preach is a message of treason. All right. So there's gonna be obstacles, man, that we have to go through in order to receive those crowns, in order to receive victory. You're gonna go through hell, man. It's gonna come with losses. Even myself, certain job situations. I lost a woman in this truth. I lost a couple of women in this truth. Just different things, relationship with family members and old friends in the world, which to hell with all of that, but that's just my example, So there's going to come certain things that are going to be at loss to you, man, to gain the excellency of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. You're going to go through hell, man. It's not going to be an easy road to the kingdom. The road to the kingdom is paved with obstacles, But continuing on, this is 1 Peter 4:12. It says, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you. So like I said earlier, the fiery trial or going through the furnace of adversity is to try or to prove your faith. Even if you want to prove like a friend or prove a relationship, that relationship has to go through adversity, through a hardship, in order to test the metal of a relationship. That's how you know you got a solid partner, so to speak. A woman, that ride with you when things get difficult, when things get unpleasant and uncomfortable. So how much more so this walk of faith in Yahweh Shai? It says, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you as though some strange thing happened unto you. So it's not a strange thing to catch hell. All right? Every brother's going to catch hell. And the Lord already knows what level of fire to put on each brother to try their spirit, to prove their brother's spirit. It says, But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy. So the scripture says in Romans the 8th chapter, we're going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. So if we're joint heirs in the sufferings, we're going to be joint heirs in the glory. But it is a package deal, man. So that's why we're supposed to be in the spirit to rejoice. Count it all joy when you go through manifold temptations, man. When you're going through hell, when you're going through difficulty, when you're going through adversity, man. Because it's going to all pay off in the end. This is just a light affliction. Matter of fact, I'm going to get that real quick. I think it's in Corinthians. Where is that scripture? 2 Corinthians? Maybe 1 Corinthians. Salakiakim. Okay, I know where it is. I think it's 1 Corinthians or 2 Corinthians 4. Yep. This is 2 Corinthians 4 and 16. It says, For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. So these bodies, that's why we're going to have new bodies, man. These bodies are going to have to be changed in order for us to live in immortality. These bodies are just full of corruption and death and sin. All right? So that's why brothers go through doubt at times, depression. That makes the hell that more bitter, just having to suffer it in these bodies. It says, For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. So as we see the prophecies coming to pass, we see Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is faithful in his word. That renews our faith day by day. That renews our strength to keep fighting. Here's the point. It says, verse 17, For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So this is a light affliction, the things that we have to suffer through right now, man, to follow Yahweh Shai. Even once it comes to the point, to the hour of temptation where Esau Edom is going to force us to receive that mark. That's a light affliction, man. And it's not to be compared to the glory that we're going to receive, if our faith is truly proven as acceptable unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right? So this is just exhortation for the body, man. Of course, brothers going to go through hell, and it's easier said than done to rejoice, when you're going through different afflictions and hell. But the things that we're going through now, it doesn't compare to the joy and the happiness we're going to receive in the kingdom. So we got so much to fight for, man. So, the Lord is raising up men, and the Lord, ultimately, he's not going to put more on us than we can bear. So all brothers, we just got to carry our cross, man, and pray for the Lord for strength if you feel that you get weak, because we all have points when we get weak. Like I said, we're in this flesh, but that's where prayer is the medicine for that. All right? So with all being said, I just wanted to share a quick lesson. Lord willing, it's edified. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, peace, and blessings to the elect.